Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your mid-August tarot reading. Thank you so much for joining me. So Aquarius, I will be pulling cards for the second last week of August for you, and I'm going to be pulling cards for the last week of August, and then I will pull a one card for the overall energy for the last half of August card. And I'm going to wrap up the reading with two Archangel Power Tarot cards. So Aquarius, this is a general reading. As a general reading, messages are not going to resonate with everyone. So take what fits, leave what doesn't, and check out your moon and rising sign readings as well. So Aquarius. Okay. Okay, so the last half of August is a little bit tricky for you, but the first half, or the second last week of August is very, very positive, but there's a little bit of a tug of war here going on. Right, and you have the Two of Pentacles as the overall energy. So Aquarius, with this last half of August, you have a lot going on. You have a lot that you're juggling, you're balancing, you know, especially with this Two of Pentacles energy. So this is about, you know, having many options, many choices. You see this person here, they're standing on one foot, balancing on one foot as they're as they're juggling these Two Pentacles. There's ships on either side. So there's a lot going on in this picture, in this imagery of this picture, of this card. And so this is really about you multitasking. You have a lot of things on the go, having many options and choices in front of you. So there could be decisions that you have to make in this second last, or in this last half of August, Aquarius, and some kind of choices. And I can kind of see this with this Five of Wands here. And yeah, you have some things going on for sure. So in the second last week of August, Aquarius, you have the Wheel, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and Temperance. Okay, so I do feel like if you have been feeling a bit down on your luck, things are going to be turning around for you. And I feel like you're working and collaborating with others. However, in the second last week of August, there could be some conflict between you and the people that you're working with. So Three of Pentacles can indicate teamwork and collaboration with others. It's also about you really working and developing your skills, doing something that's very skilled or very specific to your abilities, and producing master craftsmanship, and you're enjoying that. So there, you know, that you have this positive energy with this Wheel. And I really feel like your talents and your abilities and your skills are really standing out, and you're being recognized for that. That it's kind of giving you an elevated status in some kind of circle, some kind of group. But it's also, you're also working with others, and there's a little bit of a difference of opinions here with this Five of Wands. You even see in the imagery here that there's this tug of war going on here. So I do feel like there's a differing of opinions, but with the Temperance card here, this is really a card of balance, and it's a card of patience and harmony and self-control and moderation and mediation. So if you are finding that there is this kind of tug of war going on, if you're working with others and there's a little bit of a stalemate, or you're butting heads on what direction to take, like really take time to listen to the other half or the other party, and try to be a little bit of a mediator this week, in that second last week, Aquarius, and kind of find that middle ground, because that's going to give you or present you with the best choice and the best course of action for any kind of teamwork or group activity to move forward in. That could also be part of that juggling and that balancing act as well that you can be experiencing in this last half of August. Now in the final week, you have the Five of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So definitely make sure you're not making any rash decisions or rash choices in this second last week, because with this Five of Pentacles, it can represent you worrying. You're worrying about health. You could be worrying about money, and you also have the Seven of Swords here, which indicates this is the card of theft. This is the card of betrayal. It doesn't mean that someone's actually going to stab you in the back and betray you. It could even be that you're not given all the information. But just be careful this month, because I do feel like you might feel like And I feel like, I'm really feeling this is coming out of this situation here. If you are working in a group, if you're doing some kind of teamwork or you're collaborating with others, whether or not that's in relationships, relationships can be not only romantic relationships, but these can be relationships that with coworkers, colleagues, it can even just be relationships with friends or family or people that you're communicating with on a regular basis. So if you do find you're working with others in this first week, do be careful not to do any rash kind of decisions or actions because of this energy in here. But however, if something happens with this group activity, I don't feel like anything bad is going to happen in terms of the group is going to make the wrong choice or wrong decision. I'm not feeling that. But I do feel like there could be people trying to put the blame on you for things that might not work. So for example, if this is a work-related reading, if this is how this resonates with you and it's a work situation and you're working on some kind of team project, the failures, you always have successes and failures in a team project. That's how you learn, that's how you grow, that's how you choose the best course of action when you're problem solving as well. But I feel like someone could be blaming you for anything that goes wrong with the group. And it's not your fault, Aquarius. I'm not seeing anything like that. But it's making you could be worried about that too, that you're going to be taking the brunt of the blame for anything that goes wrong. The Knight of Wands here is about you being persistent and standing your ground. It's being persistent and having that final obstacle, maintaining your boundaries. This is really, don't let others walk all over you. So I do feel like you might be a bit of a scapegoat if you're working on any kind of team project. So just make sure you're standing your ground and you're maintaining those boundaries. Keep everything professional, and then you won't have any problem with that. And I feel like you will be rewarded for that kind of behavior. With the Four of Cups, you know, this is a feeling of apathy, a feeling of unfulfillment here, because you see she's focusing on these three cups here. Cups represent emotional energy, things that emotionally fulfill you, and she's focusing on these things that aren't really fulfilling her anymore. But there's a surprise gift coming in, and that's being handed to her, presented to her. So I feel like if you make sure that you don't lose your temper with a group if there's a little bit of conflict, that you maintain your boundaries, that you're persistent, you don't let people walk all over you, I feel like you're going to be rewarded for that. And that the surprise gifts, you will be recognized for, because you also have the Wheel of Fortune here. So you have this Wheel of Fortune at the very beginning and this surprise gift coming in at the very end. So I feel like if you, again, no extreme rash decisions, that you kind of act as the mediator and the moderator of the group, that your talents are going to be recognized, your ability to negotiate and to mediate when there's conflict in a group, and the ability to maintain your boundaries and being persistent that way, that it's going to pay off and you're going to be recognized for that, and you're going to be, I feel like something else is going to be offered to you because of this. That's even bigger and better, and something that is going to give you that emotional fulfillment that you desire, whether or not that's in your workforce or it's in your relationships. So I'm going to pull 2 Archangel Power Tarot cards, see if we can get any extra little insights here. We have Peace and the Empress. Okay, so with Peace, this is about releasing the past, releasing energies, and that knowing that there's a more enriching future coming forward for you, and to let go and to not hold on to anything. Then you have the Empress, which is all about you acting upon your plans and your creativity. So your creativity, your skill, your craftsmanship, it's rewarded, and luxurious or abundant resources are coming your way. And I really do feel like your behavior and your actions and the decisions that you make in this last half of August, Aquarius, it's going to pay off for you. There's going to be some kind of reward at the end of it. And that you're going to be seeing because of that, and it's going to be something that you're going to really be happy about because it is Cups energy. So Aquarius, this concludes your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time, and take care.